Hey, what's shaking everybody? So today we're going to do another 3D printer review. But this is going to be the first 3D printer review I've done that's a dual extruder. I've never used a dual extruder 3D printer before. If you don't know what that means, it means you can do 2 different color filaments. So you can do two different colors at once. You can make like a yin yang, you do white and black, or you can do the globe and do blue and green, or whatever. So really cool. I've never experimented with that before ever, and this is going to be freaking awesome. So this is the Athorbot Buddy. They also make another printer called the Athorbot Brother, which is basically just a bigger version, I think. The build volume on this, I think it's like 210 by 270 by 200, so pretty decent sized build volume. And I'm just most excited about the dual extrusion, thing. So I think this retails for a little bit above $400, but I'll make sure it has the cheapest price possible in the description. Once again, GearBest hooked it up with this, so make sure you show them some love. Go check out their stuff. They sell all sorts of cool products. But yeah, freaking awesome. So let's adjust the camera a little bit, open this box up, put this thing together, and alright guys, so when I first got this in the mail, I thought it was something else, and I actually opened it up and took a look at it, but I didn't, most of the tape I didn't even cut, so I haven't really unboxed it. I just give it a quick cut open, so just so we're on the same page, filling you guys in, Okay, I'm trying to open it this way so you guys can kind of see it within. And first thing, we got a picking list. Cool. So we got a little greenish, tealish color and some yellow. So cool. Here's some sample filaments. So you're greeted with this right away. So, dear customer, thank you for purchasing. I'm very glad with the opportunity to service you. To start printing, please find the manual and software CD, which comes with a CD. That's the first. Oh, that's kind of cool. And register your VIP member for the latest firmware and tutorial update. Okay, cool. And then it's got all their website, their email support, and everything. So, it looks like they have Skype. It looks like they have plenty of customer service. So if you have any trouble putting this together, or if I have any trouble putting it together, I guess we're good. Also, too, it has a warranty. So, yeah, cool. So that's always good. Here's all the stuff basically the same that it comes with. 1-year warranty on all these parts, 3-month warranty on these parts, how to obtain your service ticket. So, looks like they're trying to take care of you. So, here, let's open this so you guys can see it a little bit. So here we've got the gantry right over here. What are we got here? So here's our parts. We got power supply. They did give me a USA one, so I wanted to try the converter. Cool. Tools. Allen wrenches, regular wrenches, a nice pair of some cutters, some wire cutters. There is a CD here, so that is kind of cool. Everything's on the CD. 2 spool holders because there's 2. You're going to be using 2 rolls of filament at once. Got all the stuff for that. What do we got here? Oh, some samples. That is kind of cool. So this looks like samples of things you can print on here. Like here, this is two-tone, and then the colors are actually mixed. I don't know if you can see that, how well that's showing up in camera, but really cool. So you can mix colors, and then you can also do individual things. So really neat. So far, so good. Put some of this stuff here. So I should have put a leaf on the table. Should have made it bigger, but whatever. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut the box. Because why not, right? It's easier for you guys to see everything. Cool. Tape. Oh yes, we got our extrusion motors. Extrusion motors, extrusion motors, what am I talking about? Okay. Here is the gantry. Okay. And it does have dual Z-axis Z motors, so that's cool. So like end stops are already installed. Looks like it's gonna be very easy to put together, similar to like a CR10 or an Anycubic i3 Mega. Once I get everything off it, yeah, looks very nice. Here's how the hot end is. If you can see in there, you see how that works. Yeah, well, look at how big that freaking nozzle head is. It's like ginormous. See, then it's just two. They feed into there. It's like two heat blocks feed into one nozzle. Weird. Cool. It looks like the fan shroud is 3D printed, but everything else doesn't look like there's any other 3D printed parts on it that I've seen so far. Pretty big, pretty beefy control box, like giant. I do like how all the wire looms are already on there, and the white actually looks really nice. I like that full size SD card, not micro SD, so that's definitely a plus. I love the logo, like robot sheep or whatever it is. I don't know. Freaking awesome. Fan on it right there. And, you know, the construction of this is really surprising me. I'm pretty jacked about the dual extrusion. Okay, so the bed, what the heck? This is kind of cool. Okay, let me take this out so I can show you guys this. Okay, so the bed. What is this? It's this like weird material. It's like a composite. It's kind of cool. But it's textured. It feels very similar. The way it feels like the Anycubic Ultra Base. Which if it's anything like that, that stuff is freaking awesome. But if it's anything like that at all, it's gonna be pretty cool. One thing I'm noticing, it's no like feet to it. It looks like it just, you know, sits on the table flat, which is I'm fine with that. But kind of weird. Here's the bed. It looks like it's the same type of like pretty standard heated bed that you'd see like on like an A-net or whatever. Pretty nice big bed leveling knobs. That looks cool. It's got the two bearing rollers on one side, one on the other. The belt is reinforced. I can see little metal shavings in it. Also, it is pre-tensioned and it looks like it's lined up really good right off the bat, so that's good. And yeah, because it's on a rail system, I actually prefer this. Like with the eccentric nuts, it's nice because you can tighten them and stuff. But like, unless your rails, the rods themselves wear out, you never really have to adjust this stuff. I kind of prefer that. Okay, so. Alright, so we got a big mess of stuff right now. Alright, so I guess, yeah, we got stuff there, stuff there. I'm going to clear off the table a little, organize this a little better, and we'll time-lapse me putting it together, and yeah, if I come to any hiccups, I'll fill you in. Otherwise, I guess I'll see you when it's all together. Alright guys, so that took me 20 minutes and half a glass of wine to put that together. I was kind of hoping it was going to take a little longer so I could finish my wine. But honestly, this is probably the sturdiest printer I've ever built. Everything is just freaking solid metal, like everything. And the way it bolts, like I've had several printers that assemble like this, and usually the way they go in, they mount like just in two spots. So the way they mount them in 4 spots. And I don't know, it just feels sort of rock solid. And everything, the way they have everything tucked away, it just seems really nice. There's wire management for everything. There's little clips, you know, already on the frame to keep the wires tucked away and everything. So yeah, everything is hooked up, so it should turn on. So let's turn it on. I haven't configured the firmware, well, it has firmware, I'm sure, installed on it already, but like I don't know how to do a dual extruder, and since it didn't come with an SD card, the STLs are on the CD, so I gotta put them in Cura, configure this printer, you know, and everything. And it's my first dual extruder printer, so I gotta figure out how to set that up in Cura, but can't be too hard. A little noisy. All the noise coming from the fan right here. It's kind of noisy. Other than that, that's alright. Standard Marlin on the board. Let's see if I can auto home it. Now something is rattling in that fan, and I don't think that's... It's one of these fans. I think there's a piece of something stuck in it, like a piece of packaging or something. So I'm actually going to take a can of air to that when I turn this off and fix that. But because other than that, everything's really quiet. And yeah, it's just this one fan here on the right. There's something up with this fan. Worst case, I think I have a spare one of those. I could replace it if I need to. But it looks like it's homing. Just want to make sure I have everything hooked up right. Smash it there. There we go. Alright, and cool. So a little loud, but I think I can fix that. I think that's, I'm pretty sure there's something stuck in there. Turn that off in a second. Yeah, because something's not right with this fan right here. And it's just a tiny, tiny little fan too. But yeah, I'm gonna take a look at. I'll take a look at that in a bit. But yeah, so far everything's really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna get all this set up, and let's run through some test prints. Alright guys, so it's the next day and I just printed this Bulbasaur. I did it with an ooze shield, and it was really cool because it blended the colors together and made this really cool green for the ooze shield as well as the prime tower. That's to kind of wipe off the nozzle when it changes colors. so it doesn't, you don't keep getting like blobs and artifacts. So this is the first time I've ever done a dual extrusion print. Fingers crossed it turned out good, so we're going to take it off here, take a look at it. Also, that fan did just have a little piece of a packaging peanut stuck in it. That's why it was so crazy loud. There is 2 fans here, so you got the noise of that, but there's no like that screeching noise. It's totally gone. First print. This was the test print on the CD. It's like a little shot glass, or something. I don't know what it is. A cookie cutter shot glass. I don't know, but it's a 4-leaf clover, and it came out so good. Like you can't even see the layer lines. And let's check out the Bulbasaur. All right, so this is the Prime Tower. So really cool, really cool how it does that. And then I guess that we just take it off here. I'm gonna take the tape off. And really, really cool. So you can see this outer shell. It's kind of like, support material. How you just break it off. Same type of thing here. So bust all this crap off. Oh, that's pretty cool. This might have turned out okay. So I've never recommended doing an ooze shield when you're first starting to get the hang of it. So I was like, okay. I didn't even know like how it worked or anything. So this is pretty cool. Kind of learning this from the first time. This printer I haven't tuned it yet. I'm just using stock Cura settings, so I'm gonna have to base off this print, adjust them. Oh, man, this stuff does not want to break off. Oh man, come on. All right, well I'm gonna break the rest of this off, and I'll be right back. All right, so after I broke everything off, so this is pretty cool. So definitely some artifacts on it, and not my cleanest print ever. But for my first dual extrusion print, I'm definitely going to call that a success. So I'm going to try to do one without an ooze shield, and I'm going to change some retraction settings, some flow settings, and try to get rid of some of these artifacts and stuff. But my overall goal is to be able to get them as clean as this one. This was printed on this printer, supposedly. This is like the test print for the quality control. And yeah, this one came out perfect. So I want to get my multicolored as good as my single color. So, maybe I'll go on the G-code and load the profile from the G-code of this one. Because, this came out perfect. And then just apply that to dual extrusion. So I know I'm going to play around with it a little more. But so far, success. Alright guys, so final thoughts on the Athorbot Buddy Couple Dual Extrusion 3D printer. Now this is freaking awesome. Simply, get it. If you're thinking about it, get it. But let's go into it a little bit. The build of this is awesome. Like, everything is rock solid. Everything in here, you know, all the electronics, everything is in the control box. It's got a nice on-off switch, so it's nice and safe. But just the build itself, you know, everything is rock solid. Everything's metal. It's on linear rails. I love how they came with all this wire looms and ways to tuck it away. All the wire management, strain relief is literally perfect, and that's usually an upgrade you have to do to yourself on a printer. You get a printer, there's wires everywhere, you gotta buy wire looms, blah blah blah. It's awesome that they just, you know, had it all ready to go for you. Tweaking the settings, that was a little bit of a challenge. So having the dual extrusion, it was really fun. It opened up a whole new world. I'm having a blast with this, but you know, there was a little bit of a learning curve. I had to learn about using a prime tower, using an ooze shield, all sorts of new stuff I've never done. So if you are in the market for your first 3D printer, I wouldn't say this is a bad printer, but I would say get it and work on just using one extruder. Get good at using just one extruder, how to print normally, before you try printing dual extruder. Now, not only is the dual extrusion cool for doing 2 colors, one thing, I didn't get a chance to test this yet, but you could do 2 different materials. So say I have that like breakable, that breakaway filament, you could have one extruder just doing your supports and the other one, you know, doing your print. So then at the end you can just break off the supports and bada bing, bada boom, you're good to go. So freaking awesome. This bed, it is not a glass bed, it's some type of composite material. It looks like plastic, but it's, I don't know, it's not plastic. I don't know, I have no idea what this is. But anyways, I printed on it, it actually held great on there and everything, but I didn't want to risk damaging it, so I switched back to just using tape. Tape and glue stick seemed to work fine, so just go with that. First tip, don't use the crappy filament that they give you. Most printers you never want to anyways, besides just maybe to get your printer heated up and make sure everything's working. But just the difference from like when I was using the PLA that came with it, like it wasn't so much the yellow one. The yellow PLA actually was working really good. That green one they had, it was really dried out and it just did not work good. But I switched to 2 rolls of the same company filament so that way it would burn at the same temperature and everything. And yeah, it turned out, everything's been turning out so much better since I did that. But yeah, I am just blown away by everything on this printer. Being able to do this after only having a dual extrusion 3D printer for a couple days, I'm definitely going to pat myself on the back for that. I really am having a blast with this. I'm having a blast with it. But yeah, for this retails for like $460. GearBest is going to hook it up with a coupon code and stuff, so it'll be about $400 with the link and the coupon code in the description. I don't know off the top of my head exactly what it's going to be, but by the time I upload it, I'll have all that figured out. But yeah, they're going to hook it up with a good price. They said don't worry about that. They always hook me up. Also, too, they hooked me up with this printer. So GearBest, if you guys are watching, thank you so much for this. You guys are too cool. But yeah, I'm having a blast with this dual extrusion. So if you have any other 3D printers you want to see me review that are dual extrusion, I'd love to check them out. Otherwise, yeah, I might even modify some of my other 3D printers. And if you have any ideas what you want to see me print in 2 colors or 2 materials with this printer, leave it in the comments. I love hearing all your feedback from you guys. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Thanks again to GearBest. I'm going to plug this baby back in, start printing again, have some fun. Let me know who you want to win the Super Bowl. Go Blackhawks, and peace out.